All right, we're just going to go over how to submit your projects, and then when you move on to new projects, how to continue on. So with each chapter, when you get in, the textbook is represented by the book, and the textbook will remember where you left off the previous day, but you are more than welcome to highlight that area and add a highlight for yourself so you can remember exactly where you are. Remember, anytime you see a sticky note, to read it. So when you get to 1-12 of the PowerPoint unit, what you're going to see is a sticky note down here after I have you close it and save it. And that tells you that at this point you're ready to upload Textbook Project 1. So when you're ready to upload, you're going to go ahead and go back to the project, Project 1, and click on it. And then you're going to hit Start again. This is back where we downloaded it before, but now we're going to go to Choose Files, and we're going to upload it. And it's got to be named the right thing, so be sure that it is. Now, it'll show that it's .pptx. You don't type in that part. Now, I can see that part on mine, but you don't type that part in. All you have to worry about is that first part. Okay, so you hit Upload, and you're going to hit Submit, and when you do that, it'll take a minute, and 3 check marks will pop up, and it will tell you it's submitted. Now, I can't do that because I'm on the teacher side, but once you submit it, a green box will be here with a score. And at that point, then you can examine the report and see what you did wrong, fix it on your original document, and then re-upload it. Now, to move on to the next project in the book, for this particular example in PowerPoint, when I go to the next part, there's some questions, and then eventually you get to the next part. So here, open a presentation and save it with a new name. So it says to open the revised presentation. So it says here, navigate to a drive that has your data files. Well, you don't have any data files, okay? You don't have the starting data file. You're going to have to get that from the download. So I've got my sticky note. I was trying to find it. There's my sticky note here. It says you must download the file from PowerPoint Textbook 2 and save it what it says in the instructions, okay? So here we're going to go back to Textbook Project 2. I'm going to click here. So this one we have not been on before. We're going to hit Start. And then I'm going to download the files. Now look, this time we've got like 4 files to deal with. So I'm going to click and download, click and download, click and download, click and download. There's 4 files to download. Now hopefully you've been good boys and girls and you don't have a bunch of stuff in your downloads folder. I have tons, but I'm going to click here and show in folder. And there they are. And you're going to select them all. So just hold down Control and click each one until you have all 4 of them. And then you're going to cut these. And you're going to put them in your folder. So you're going to go to your U drive, to your computer apps folder, to your PowerPoint folder, and paste them in there. And now they'll all be in there ready to go. Now, this is going to be called Revised Tanya Skinner right now, but when I turn it in, it says it has to be called Convention Final. So if you want to go ahead and rename it, you can. Leave the bottom part. Leave that last part, that underscore in your name every time. So I'm going to go here to copy. And I'm going to go ahead and rename this file. Instead of revised, I'm going to get there in front of that, and I'm going to paste in that convention_final right there. Okay? That's the easiest way to do it. And then click off. This is before I've even opened it in PowerPoint. I haven't even opened it. Okay? And then I know that's the file I'm going to work on the rest of the way through. So even if my book tells me to call it something else at some point, I'm not going to do that. So I opened the revised one, but it said Revised Tanya Skinner because yours is always going to have your name on there. And then they have you to save it as Convention Final. And again, we're not going to save it as Convention Final. We're going to have Convention_Final, and we leave the underscore in your name. And it will always be that way. Wherever they have a space bar, you'll have an underscore, and you will leave the underscore in your name part. And then I'm ready to continue on with this next one. Talks about themes. Has me to look at the themes, has me to go to slide 2 and select the orange letter A, and then they start to have you do the different things. So at that point, then I'm ready to open that file. So Convention Final, I'm going to double click it, enable editing, and then I'm ready to roll, and then I can continue on. Pay very close attention to what you're supposed to be doing so that you make sure you're on the right slide. If something seems weird, it could be that you're on the wrong slide. So always pay very close attention. One area that students kind of overlook sometimes is it'll say like in this black box. So it'll be like talking about slide 2 or slide 3 or whatever. So kind of make sure you look at the black box real quickly each time before you read the instructions. And then I strongly suggest you read a couple of instructions at a time before you do an instruction. Okay? So this is kind of how to get started. And again, if there's 2 textbook projects, that means at some point in this chapter, you upload the first one, and then you download the second one to get started. And I've put notes in there for you so you know when that happens. But anytime in the middle of a project it tells you to save and close, that probably means it's time to upload for grading. And after you upload, you can fix it to get a better grade. All right, hopefully this helps.